question number 2 is express this beautiful thing, 3 plus root 20 over 3 plus root 5, in the form a plus b root 5. So this is just a really formulaic question. You'll see this crop up all the time. So what you need to do is a technique called rationalising the denominator. So whenever you see something like this, which is a fraction with like a square root thing on the bottom, you need to rationalise the denominator. And all that means is you're basically getting rid of any roots in the denominator, the bottom bit of the fraction. So how do you do that? Well, again, it's really formulaic. So all you do, top stays the same, 3 plus root 20. And you want to times it by whatever you've got on the bottom here, except the opposite sign in the middle. So we've got 3 plus root 5, so we're going to times it by 3 minus root 5 over 3 minus root 5. If this was 3 minus root 5, we'd times it by 3 plus root 5. It's just whatever you've got here, but the opposite sign in the middle. So if you're adding, you're taking away. If you take away, you add. So we can do this because this part here just equals 1. So we're just timesing by 1. But you'll see in a minute what it's going to do is it's going to get rid of the root 5 on the bottom. So when you're timesing fractions together, you literally just do a straight multiplication of the top and the bottom. So it's going to look worse before it gets better, but that's fine. So on the top, we're going to have 3 plus root 20 times 3 minus root 5. And on the bottom, we've got 3 plus root 5 times 3 minus root 5. I don't know why I put a times there and not there. Obviously, you can do either. They mean the same. So if we multiply these brackets out, we've got 3 times 3 on the top, which is 9. 3 times minus root 5 is minus 3 root 5. Just for now, treat the roots as if they're like letters, so like x or whatever. Don't try and do anything with them. So here you've got root 20 times 3, so that's going to give you plus 3 root 20. And root 20 times minus root 5, for now, I'm just going to leave it in brackets and go through that in a second. And that's all going to be divided by 3 times 3, which is 9. 3 times minus root 5, which is minus 3 root 5. Root 5 times 3, which gives plus 3 root 5. And root 5 times minus root 5, well, root 5 squared just gives you 5. So that's going to be minus 5 on the end. Now, this little bit here that I said I'd come back to, this question kind of hinges on you noticing that root 20 can be written in terms of root 5. So if I just get up here for a second, where you've got root 20, you can write that as a multiplication of the square roots of the factors of root of 20. You'll see what I mean. So that can be written as root 4 times root 5, because 5 times 4 is 20. So you can also write it as root 2 times root 10, but that's not going to help you here because your answer needs to be in terms of root 5. So once you've noticed that, you then have to notice that the square root of 4 is 2. So what this in fact equals is 2 root 5. And then you're getting closer because you've got rid of the root 20 and you've now got something in the form of root 5. So we're getting there. So what this is going to give us on the top is 9. Oh, we need to do it with that root 20 as well. Sorry, I forgot about that one. So you've got 9 minus 3 root 5 Now, you've got plus 3 root 20, but we now know that root 20 equals 2 root 5. So we actually want to times this by 3. So this 3 root 20 is going to become, times that by 3, plus 6 root 5. And this bit on the end, we've got root 20 times a minus root 5. So what we've got is 2 root 5. So if I write it out again a little bit clearer, you've got 2 root 5, that's your root 20, times minus root 5. Now, root 5 squared, again, just gives you 5. So root 5 times minus root 5 is minus 5. Times that by 2 is minus 10. So this expression here just becomes minus 10. And that's all going to be divided by, we'll put these bits together. So we've got a 9 and a minus 5. 9 take away 5 is 4. And as I promised earlier, these two root 5s are going to cancel out because you've got a minus 3 root 5 and then you're adding 3 root 5. So you have no root 5s left on the bottom. And then we're nearly there. So on the top, we've got 9 minus 10, which gives you minus 1. And we've got a minus 3 root 5 plus 6 root 5, which gives us plus 3 root 5. And that's all over 4. And then all you need to do is just split up the two parts of the fraction so it's in that form. So that's going to equal minus a quarter, which is your A, plus 3/4 of root 5, 3/4 being your B. And that is the answer.